Hey, hello everyone. Good morning and welcome to my live stream this morning. The time over here is 9:42 a.m. Western African time. And how was your night, everybody? And how are you doing today? I hope you had a good night. Um, I hope you are doing well this morning. And for those who are going to work, I hope the work is going well because I know the work starts by 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. And for those who do business, and I believe customers are coming, I believe you are doing well. Yeah, so welcome to my live stream. And you can do well if you're joining for the first time. My name is Emmanuel Abama. I'm streaming from Nigeria at the moment. And I'm on a mission to travel within Nigeria, within the possible travelable Nigerian states. Anytime soon, I'm still making plans of it, though they might be not fully planned because of I want to experience some kind of things, maybe in a situation whereby somebody is being dished, you don't have somebody to pick you up, you have to survive, on a survival mode. That is the kind of travel I want to experience some kind of things, go in survival mode, only, not buying most of the things I need, so as to see how it's going to look like when I'm being dished somewhere. Not personally, when somebody is being dished along the line, because you can go to somewhere and if you become stranded, I want to experience what it means to be stranded and you ask locals for help. A situation whereby you don't even know the condition of the place you are going to, or the condition of the place where you are. You don't know anybody, and sometimes it happens to be they have another language, not the same language as the place you go to. I want to experience those things. I want to see how it looks like. I want to see, if I can actually handle that situation, if the need be, and I want to also know how people handle it, because there have been so many, stories of people being dished when they go to do something. So I want to see if I can actually, if I happen to be in that situation, if I can handle it myself. you know yeah, the sunlight is too much from the side. We can actually handle it. Yeah, I think we are good now, a little bit clear. Yeah, please don't mind my setup. I'm just trying to set up something. I have a campaign light here, see, so that is one. And this is a campaign light also. Maybe something like this will be one of the things I will carry along my, when I'm going. I'm going to be catering for myself when it comes to food items, food items, shelter. I was thinking of not booking a hotel. Maybe the only thing I'll be paid for, the only thing that I sure paying for is leaving my exact location to any of the states where I'm traveling to. The immediately we get there, every other thing will be sorted out, locally. You ask locals for questions, anything. Just be in a situation whereby you don't even have anybody there. You don't have anybody to sleep in his house, so you have to beg people to feel like, okay, please can I sleep in your house? I even see if people actually still consider people, if people actually still consider somebody when the person feel lost. And secondly, they're not going to be taking any food along. So whatever that will be, whatever thing that helps to deal with food will be sourced for, locally, either maybe by hunting, and shelter also would not be provided. So there is nothing like booking of hotel or going for an Airbnb or renting an apartment. Everything that has to do with shelter will be done during the adventure, during the travel. So you have to maybe get a place to make a tent or find a place to sleep for the days. If I want to do a challenge of 12 days, oh sorry, 12 days is too much for that kind of situation at this moment. We're going to do a challenge of, let me say, 48 days. Sorry, how am I saying days? I mean 48 hours. We're going to do a challenge of 48 hours. It's going to be during the night to find a place to sleep will be sorted personally, not going to book for a hotel. So you find a place you feel like it's gonna be safe to sleep for maybe 5 hours or 6 hours before the next morning to continue. So the only thing that we're gonna be taking might be maybe lighter in order to make fire, maybe if it gets cold, or to make fire to cook, and something like this, something of this nature, something like this. Also, you can get something like this. It's camping light. You can make use of this one, you know, because in a situation where you didn't book anything, definitely you need light to sleep. At least in case of emergency, you take up the light and see who is there. At least to see, even though you're not using it's not for security. Let's assume it's not for security, but at least to see, you can be looking for something in the night and you make use of this one. That is the second thing that we're going to be taking along, and bags and few clothes, as it's going to be, as the first challenge is going to be 48 hours challenge. So definitely we have just one night to sleep, and maybe rest during the day. And on that note, we're going to also check how many thousand steps that will be that we can that we can achieve within 48 hours. So these 1,000 steps, or the steps, let's put it, the steps that to be counted will be during while moving around, while doing things with the locals, while asking questions, every step taken, and the steps stops um, when it's late, when we want to sleep, and it continues the next morning. And also, we're gonna record the hour of sleep that was achieved within these days, within these 48 hours, because anytime we sleep, we're gonna record it. We have an app we can use in recording the hour of sleep, sleeping time, and the footsteps taken will be recorded automatically by my device. And the screen record will, or not screen record, the screenshot will also be taken and added to the videos. So what is going to happen on this one also is that we um we're going to be making the videos not from live stream, but I'm still thinking if we can make the video while live streaming and also making normal video. So everything that's going to happen within these 48 hours will be on live stream, but the sleeping hour uh, might not be among the live stream, because you know during the night, because there will be no lights, there is no hotel bookings. um we might not be able to see, there might not be anything that looks like brightness to be able to record, uh, do the live stream. So I was thinking of from the hours when the adventure starts to when it ends, maybe half of the day. I mean, half of the 48 hours, we'll stop the live stream and just do a good night video and add to the normal video that was supposed to be done. And the next morning we'll continue again with another another live stream for the next 20. No, it will not be 48 hours minus the hour of sleep we're gonna have. So we'll record the first moments on live stream, make normal videos also to be posted later after the adventure. Then after the sleep, we'll make another live stream to end 48 hours and also make videos of the day two of the adventure. And we'll see how it goes. If we're able to survive it, with the local, within the locals, not going for expensive thing, more like on budget. It will be more like on budget, but it will be more like also the daily lifestyle of somebody who doesn't have much to spend, who doesn't have much to make use of, who doesn't have much at home. Something of this nature is what you're going to go for. And before we go for an adventure, I was also thinking of maybe making a live stream tomorrow in my locals to even practice, because I haven't done live stream outside home just like this way. I was thinking of making live stream tomorrow outside home, maybe for a few hours, maybe 1 hour or 2 hours, practicing how it looks like to ask locals question, ask for direction.
Battery low.
Come on, keep quiet there. Sorry, battery low, need to be turned off. Did I? Okay. Sorry for that. So we're gonna be going for live. I was thinking of going for live stream tomorrow and see how it goes, but not at home. As I said earlier, it's gonna be outside home, in the community, and see if we can do something like that. Okay, I have a question here. Silly reason you have cried. So going back to, let me go back to what I was saying. That will be one. So with that live stream, that will kickstart the journey. And when is the due time also for the actual adventure, I'll also post the video here. I will make come to live stream also. I will make videos also, more like a trailer of how the journey is going to be. But firstly, I'm going to do one state first. I don't know the state is going to be. I'm still considering within Port Harcourt, Anambra, Enugu, and Imo State. Though I've been to Enugu State before, but just for one reason, I didn't go out, so I don't actually know how safe it is out there. And Port Harcourt has been said to be a very strong place. So though I will see how to skate through and do the necessary things I'm supposed to do there. If actually I pick it as first location, and Anambra is well known to everybody, very rowdy, very noisy, and people are moving just like the way you see Lagos. If you are from the west, the way Lagos looks like, that is almost how Anambra looks like. Steady movements, crowdy, and some crazy guys there that they don't even give care of what you think you are doing. All all they care about is take money from you as long as you're putting on camera. They don't even know if you're making money, if you're even using the phone to even do something necessary. They don't even know if you're trying to promote the community. Especially if you cannot even speak the language, that is where it becomes worst. If you cannot speak their own language, so it becomes worst there. But if you can speak and you are so polite enough, you might be able to, maybe God so do you might meet people who are not actually that troublesome. Then maybe they consider you, but they will still try as much as possible to take something from you because you're making video. They don't care all what the video is all about, as long as they have seen you are making video. And the other thing there is that it's scared because those people might try to snatch things from you, maybe camera or maybe other gears that you have in the back. So those things being said, we're still planning on it because even while it becomes local, even while we're doing it on a local way, another thing is there. You also spend money. So the finance is also what you're thinking of. We actually want to promote, especially the eastern part of Nigeria, make it known to the world, even though there are some dirty places. But even though the dirty places need to be made known to the world, so our government sees that yes, within this area they are not doing well, within this area they have done well. So they have to improve on what they have done. Because if everybody keeps quiet on the name of politics, you'll keep on making use of us. Though I'm not here to talk about politics, but I'm just saying that Africa and Nigeria in particular need to be promoted. There are a lot of things being said about Africa, a lot of things being said about Nigeria. Maybe somebody once asked me if Nigeria has internet connection, and I was, I don't know how will I say it. Maybe I felt like it was an insult or it was just cruise. I don't know. And somebody once said also that they never knew that Africa in general, the person was not even pointing at a particular country. He said Africa, as if Africa is just a country. He was saying he never knew that Africa has bottled water, and that was so surprising. I said, really, even though we produce, I don't know. I think the narratives has been what has been there all this while. There was a time somebody like Mr. Beast came to do well in one African country, saying that they lack water. So most of these guys took the narrative and said Africa has no water. So those are the things that we need to let them know, that these things are in existence and are fully functioning, even though we are facing a bad government. But within the country, the individuals are still trying their best to provide for themselves, get the things that, the basic needs, and yes, get the basic needs, because most people in Nigeria don't even live on loan. Yes, they don't live on mortgage. They acquire those things themselves. We need to let the world see that Africa is not as poor as they think. Every country anybody that can promote this country or a particular not religion, sorry, a particular place in the country, a particular region in the country, if you can promote it, do as much as possible to do, make videos. If it was taking permission from people, you can also take permission and let the world see that there are things that there are places that Africa have gotten to, that the old narrative that people has still made them to believe that Africa has not gotten there. As a Nigerian also, imagine somebody saying we don't have water. I don't know how it sounds. I don't know how it sounds. Even though it's not everybody that can afford borehole, but Africa has water. We have different sorts of water. Have river, we have borehole, and in some villages you also have well water. Even though it's not as clean as supposed to be because it's not being refined, but there is still water. At least there's also getting water, because few people has complained. No, but I think 10% of people using it won't complain that the water is not that healthy. But 90% of people takes it and they have been living with it for over years, over decades. You know, I don't know why people still see Africa that way. So if you are bold enough to stand in front of camera this way to promote a particular place, even though it's within your community, please do well to do it, because a lot of people have seen Africa to the extent that they feel like Africa is. Somebody said Africa is a country. I don't know how that person came out, how the person just finalized and said Africa is a country. It's pained me that head. Somebody said Africa is a country. How is Africa a country? Even Nigeria, where I'm from, is as big as many countries in Europe or in other part of the world. So how will somebody sit up, who does wake up when they say Africa is a country? Africa don't have water. You're not even talking about a particular country. You're talking a full continent don't have water. Somebody asked that, as I said earlier, somebody said, does Africa even have internet connection or internet service? I said, seriously. So how do you think these videos you see from Africa, where are they being uploaded from? Which states? Where? So let's bring Africa, let's bring our nation to the world and make them understand that there are standards that we've gotten to, that the only thing that has been our limitations, or the limitations that we have, are only coming from the government, not from us, the indigenous or the individuals in the community. The government and those who are playing politics with the country are really just the problem that we have. So promote the way you can. Promote your community. Make videos. As I said earlier, if it's worth taking permission from people, maybe the rulers or the leaders of your community, take permission from them. Do what you can. But if you are not into promotion, you cannot promote your community with making videos, with traveling. You can also promote yourself, promote the culture also. If you don't want to promote the community, letting people know that something like this in a community like this exists, you can promote the culture. Let your dressing show show where you are from. If you're from western part of Nigeria, you know what western part of Nigeria put on as a cultural dress. If you're from the eastern part of Nigeria, you know what eastern part of Nigeria put on as a cultural dress, like Isiago, red cap. Though not everybody is allowed to put on red cap, but there's a way you do it. Maybe bead, red hand bead. Those are also cultural dresses from the eastern part of Nigeria. If you're also from the northern part of Nigeria, there are dresses that also wear there. There's one dress they call danchiki. I don't know if that is the name. It looks like agbada, something like that. You can put on those dresses, promote the culture, promote their dress, promote their food also, because a lot of us has started taking advantage. I don't know if I say advantage, or started making people to believe that African food is not worth eating. Why, when they come to Africa, they want to taste the food and they see it tastes good. But we from Africa, when we go out, we refuse to eat, our own food. About somebody from Africa eating maybe corn, there's maize on the bus, and somebody will be like, hey, you're trying to disgrace Africa, you're trying to do that. But the same person will buy burger and eat in the bus or in the train while going to work or while traveling, and say it's a good thing. But when you eat African food as an African, that person will say you are doing the wrong thing, which is bad. Trust me, it's so bad. If you are from Africa, the first thing you should be doing when you go out is promote your own food. If possible, promote your own culture. I don't mean you should make the word, no, at least the kind of dress you put on. Africa has our own way of dressing. You can try it once in a while. I don't mean you should put it on every day, but put it on one day and say, okay, this is my cultural dressing. They will understand. Unless your company has a dress code for work, but even though your company has a dress code for work, you can also put on your African dress when you are not working. I mean, after your working hours. I know of people who put on casual clothes from home. When you get to office, you dress in working dress code or whatever how it's being called. And when you also go, you don't put on that dress home. You can change to your normal dress you came with. So that would be an opportunity for you to put on African dress, unless you put on, okay, this is how we dress in our hometown, our home country. This is how we dress in our hometown. At least it's a sign that they still recognize that Africa is still your own home, no matter what you have turned yourself into. You understand? Hello, Chukwudi Madumezie. Good morning. I don't know if you are still there. Good morning, sir. And how is your day going? And if you're at office, how is your work going? And if you're a businessman, you're in your shop, you're in your personal office, self-employed, I hope the business is going well. And I hope you're having a nice day. Here, I'm trying to promote Africa. Not Africa in fully, because I've not gotten to that standard, but I mean Africa. I'm trying my best to see how I can do it, starting with challenges and adventures, starting from the eastern part of Nigeria, the accessible places that I can go without being, I don't want to use that word, let me say, without being challenged, without somebody telling me that I don't know, I don't want to use some kind of F words here that will cause problem. But if you are from the eastern part of Nigeria, you understand what I'm trying to say. Because most of the time, you just take up the camera around that area, it seems like you have just committed a crime. So I'm trying as much as possible to see how I'm going to do it without offending anybody, without offending people who live around there with my camera, because definitely when I put up my camera, there might be people behind me that might be captured. Some might feel like they don't want to come on the internet. So I'm trying to see how I will do that. Within next few weeks, I will be starting it out. I've waited so long, and currently I'm in Nigeria, so I have to do the little I can do within the little days or little months I have here. I don't know how long I have, but I know it's not long from now. So that is what I'm about doing. And doing all this things will also be more like a challenge, hitting some milestones like 1,000 steps taken, doing things in the local way, no Airbnb bookings, no hotel bookings, no apartment bookings. Everything, shelter, food, everything will be done locally. Shelter will be done in a place, any place I feel like it's safe to sleep. If somebody also offers, a night in his or her house, so I can put in my joint the next morning, I will also appreciate that. But as long as it's not Airbnb, it's not hotel apartments, just everything to be done locally. Even directions will also be asked locally, just to live the life the way we would live it even before the digital period. The only difference is that those things will be on maybe almost everything will be on camera, maybe on live stream also, and we'll also make a video to analyze everything and make it shorter for people who cannot watch a long form live stream, because one live stream might take us up to maybe 12 hours to make. So some people might not be interested in watching that live stream. So we also make videos to post for those maybe shorter, maybe 12 minutes, just summarize everything, the experience, the struggles and the hurdles, and even the sweet part of the journey, and post it so people can watch. So if you are still there, whoever that is there, say me from your own end. What you help me to do to support this journey is hit the subscribe button and like this live stream that you're watching also. And you can go to my profile also and check out the old videos I made. My last video was the experience I had from Egypt Airways, or Cairo International Airport in Egypt down to Nigeria. And I'm still working on a new one on the experience I had in Lagos for some hours also in Lagos. And the next video you're gonna be seeing on that channel, on this channel, might be my adventure videos, which I'm hoping to start anytime soon. And before that comes up, we'll be coming to this live stream time to time to keep you updated of what we have done or our current position of, on the plan of the adventure. So you can hit the subscribe button and wait for more, because yeah, we have a lot in the bucket list, a lot of things in the bucket list. One thing I just want is people subscribe, or just subscribe. It's free. Just hit the subscribe button, and it encourages me that yes, there are people who are interested in what I want to do here, in the kind of promotion I want to do, promoting of culture, promoting Africa, promoting Nigeria, and promoting my own part of Nigeria, which is the eastern part of Nigeria. First, I start from there first, because that is where I know their language and I can defend myself when somebody asks me what kind of video am I making. First of all, at least that is the place I know I can defend myself fully. If it is with language, apart from any other thing, if it is with language, you'll be able to make me to defend myself. I can be able to defend myself, to give me a safe travel and a smooth video making while on that experience. And that is it. But I'm still thinking the state I'm going to start from. I'm still thinking of the state I'm going to start from, because Anambra is a crowded area. I don't know if I can bear the pressure there. And Port Harcourt is also, will I say, I don't know the word to use for it. It's a strong area. So if you are not strong enough, you might not be able to make it there. And if you're starting from Imo State, I think Imo State is quiet. I know there are some other things happening there, but it's quiet a little bit. And I think Enugu State still remains the best. At Abia State, I have remembered another state, Abia State, and Enugu State still remains the best. I haven't heard anything like harassment or people intruding your privacy, trying to harass you because you're making videos. Enugu and Abia State has still remained the best from the experience of people who has gone there to make videos. People who are my mentors, who I follow their footsteps. Abia State and Enugu still remains the best in terms of cleanliness and calmness without somebody harassing you while you're making video. And I was still going to be trying out Calabar, though it's far from me. The location is very far, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, this is what we can do. So the only thing you can do for me here that will support this journey is for you to subscribe. It's free. It's not paid. It's not a monthly payment. Just hit the subscribe button. And if you want to join the monthly payment of maybe premium videos, personal premium videos, you can also join us on the community. It's a little money you can pay, but it's not forced. But what I just need is for you to subscribe and also check out our videos whenever you feel less busy. And for that, we're going to be saying a goodbye to this morning stream, and maybe I will come back later in the day. So do have a wonderful and a blessed day ahead. See you on the next one. Peace out.